A lot of folks probably want to leave 2020 in the rear view, but we have to look behind so that we can move ahead. This week for What's Driving You Wild on City News, we are checking out the top searched vehicles for 2020 and where we're headed in 2021. Anyone could have probably figured this one out. 2020 took the Canadian auto market for a ride. According to Statista, by April, the industry came nearly to a grinding halt, with an estimated 45,000 vehicles sold. That's compared to just above 185,000 sold just 1 year prior. Dustin Woods, associate editor with Auto Trader, says their year-end look at the automotive industry is painting an interesting picture for what's to come in 2021.
It's not surprising that it was an abnormal year, and so we actually saw more Canadians looking for luxury vehicles than ever before, and in Toronto specifically, we saw that happening as well, where the BMW 3 Series was actually the number one searched vehicle over the course of 2020. In other parts of our marketplace, we actually saw an increase in RVs and boats and motorcycles. So people were looking at ways to, socially distance, but they weren't traveling, so they seemed to have some dispensable income.
Trends, Dustin says, are expected to continue into 2021. Car shopping over the web. A whopping 71% of car shoppers are interested in purchasing their vehicles online. And compared to 2019, interest in electric vehicles increased by 19%. Now that shows with the hybrid BMW 330e cruising to the number one spot on Auto Trader's top search list for 2020.
It has a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. It has battery packs and an electric motor so that it actually makes 252 horsepower. So it actually drives much like a normal vehicle. You often cannot tell when the electric motors are taking over from gas and vice versa.
One of my favorite things about this is the fact that when you pop the hood, you don't have to find that thing to hold it up. That's kind of what I was thinking as soon as you open the hood.
I mean, that's worth the price of admission right there.
Torontonians also have their eye on the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. This luxury vehicle comes in at number 2. The Ford Mustang comes in hot at number 3. Honda Civics landed at number 4. And rounding out the list at number 5, the Porsche 911. With there now being access to COVID-19 vaccines, we actually might see a lot of folks head back to public transit, but we could also see an influx in car purchases. Now, if we've learned anything from last year, it's that we should probably wait and see. If there's anything that's driving you wild, whether you cycle, whether you're a pedestrian or you drive, make sure to scan the code at the bottom of your screen to be featured. Stephanie Henry, City News.